at times we played some really good football in possession. We worked on our patterns, and we had a strategy and a game plan. We created a lot of chances. Probably being critical, when we get into some really good areas, just that final decision or that final finish sort of was a little bit disappointing, but that's a learning curve for the boys. It's good for the JD Academy to get a game. We obviously train together every day, but we very rarely play as a team, so it's given us an opportunity for some players to experience international football at an age group above and 2 age groups above for some of the players, and for us to play as a team, and it was very, very pleasing. I think in possession you could see what we were working, how we wanted to play. I thought we were comfortable. I think we dominated a lot of the possession and created chances, and I think out of possession I think we were solid. We were playing against a sharp Australia team.
Yeah, I thought that the boys done well to come back into the game. We dug deep, but also we have to look at the chances we missed, and at the end of the day, another day we probably could have won the game, but I think that we done very well to get a draw. Well, obviously we knew it was going to be a tough test. We knew that they were going to be physically bigger, so we had to match them, and I thought that we'd done very well to match them all over the park, and the boys were up for it, to be fair, and I thought we'd done very well to match them on the ball and off the ball.
Our RCFA JD Academy, we have the boys in full time from a Sunday to a Friday before they go and represent their clubs at the weekend, and I think we're developing good players in conjunction with the clubs, and I think the proof's in performances like this. The fact that our under-17s have qualified for the elite rounds 2 years on the bounce now, there's more players moving from our game here in Northern Ireland to professional clubs and staying at those clubs in England or Scotland, and that's their pathway, and with young players who maybe that isn't their pathway, but they've got now the opportunity here at home to stay in a pretty much full-time football environment with our local clubs as well. So I think all that is adding to a bright future for our young players in Northern Ireland.
Honestly, it's one of the best feelings ever, just even going on the pitch with all your mates who you've known probably for over 2 years now. It's honestly, you can't describe the feeling, it's unreal. Well, the JD Academy has made me a better player and a better person, and it's done stuff I never thought I could do, to be honest, but honestly, it's one of the best things I've ever done, like deciding to join the JD Academy. Hopefully one day I can just keep building up, and then one day hopefully I can play at Windsor Park, but obviously that's a long way. But if I just keep working hard, and I think that someday it could maybe happen if I keep working hard.